Effort and persistence will get you there, and consistency will keep you there. Namaskar, welcome to PT Pointers. And in this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. And our first headline is related to Swachhata Green Leaf Rating, which was launched in November 2023 by the Ministry of Tourism in collaboration with the Department of Drinking Water and Sanitation. It is a government initiated rating system for the hospitality sector, and it is aimed at ensuring world class hygiene and sanitation at hotels, resorts, and homestays. Now, recently, Prime Minister of India jointly inaugurated UPI services with Mauritius and Sri Lanka. This move is aimed to deepen financial integration and to facilitate digital payments among the citizens of three countries. And according to it, Indian traveler to Mauritius will now be able to pay merchant in Mauritius using UPI. Similarly, a Mauritian traveler will be able to pay merchant in India using instant payment system app of Mauritius. Our next headline is related to Event Horizon Telescope, which is an international collaboration capturing images of black holes using virtual Earth-sized telescope. It is not a single telescope, but a worldwide network of radio telescopes that work together to study a common object in space. They benefit from a technique called Very Long Baseline Interferometry, where the data each telescope collects about the object is correlated with the data from other using extremely precise clocks. And in 2019, it produced the first image of black hole. Our next headline is related to Future Circular Collider Study, which is developing designs for next generation of higher performance of particle colliders that could take over from the Large Hadron Collider. And leaders of the European Organization for Nuclear Research stated that planning is on track for its envisioned Future Circular Collider, which will probably start operating in its first phase by 2040. Our next headline is related to Weimar Triangle, which is a long dormant regional grouping that was designed to promote cooperation between France, Germany, and Poland. It was initially created in 1991 to enable concerted European action, and recently it joined hands against disinformation. Our next headline is related to Merchant Shipping Act, which is being examined by India. The new provisions will look into include up-to-date international maritime conventions to which the country is a party. It will also allow easier registration of ships under Indian flags by NRIs, overseas citizens of India, corporates including limited liability partnerships, and it will also enable electronic registration of vessels and granting recognition to e-documents like logbooks and record books. Now, what is merchant shipping? So friends, it refers to activities that are carried out for commerce rather than for a defense or warfare. Now, recently, 22nd Law Commission of India submitted its report number 286, which is titled A Comprehensive Review of the Epidemic Disease Act 1897 to the Government of India. This report highlighted the limitations of Epidemic Disease Act 1897 and recommended creation of an epidemic plan and standard operating procedure to address future epidemics, underlining there are no clear demarcation between powers of the center, state, and local authorities during an epidemic, which leads to uncoordinated responses. The report states that plans should include provisions on quarantine, isolation, and lockdowns, while ensuring that measures are implemented fairly without violating the fundamental rights of the citizens. Our next headline is related to Sarang Helicopter Display Team, which was formed in 2003, and their first international public performance was in 2004 in Singapore. It initially formed and raced as 3 helicopter formation, but the now team boasts of a thrilling 5 helicopter display and has performed over 1200 displays at more than 385 venues all around the globe. Our next headline is related to Parakh, which stands for National Assessment Center Performance Assessment Review and Analysis of Knowledge for Holistic Development. It was established in March 2023 as an independent body under the Ministry of Education to fulfill the objectives suggested by National Education Policy 2020. It will work on bringing the school boards across the states and union territories on a common platform. It aims to develop a holistic approach that ensures a fair assessment system which promotes equity in performance and equivalence in assessment of students. Our next and last headline is related to Greening India's Wastelands with Agroforestry Report and Portal, which was recently launched by Niti Aayog. The report provides state-wise and district-wise analysis supporting government departments, industries for greening and restoration projects, and the portal allows universal access to state and district level data. And do you know, currently agroforestry covers 8.65% of India's total geographical area, and the recent report underscores the potential benefits of converting underutilized areas, especially wastelands, for agroforestry. The recent initiative aligns with national commitments aiming to restore 26 million hectares of degraded land by 2030 and create an additional carbon sink of 2.23 billion tons of carbon dioxide equivalent. So, with this, let's conclude our today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.